Welcome to the dual camera classroom video observation webinar. My name is Rachel and I am the customer success manager for Swivl. I'm a former classroom teacher. I taught ninth grade English in Miami-Dade Public Schools, and I'm really excited to be part of Swivl now and to share this awesome new feature with all of you to really enhance your classroom video observations. I also have with me to answer your questions throughout this presentation our marketing manager Tess and our product manager Jasper. So if you do have questions, just go ahead and leave them in the box. We'll also have time at the end for some, longer questions that we can answer full group. If there's anything that you're curious about, we'll save time for that. So please stick around until the end of the presentation. I want to start off tonight just gauging where we are with Swivl. So I want you all to participate in a poll with me for a moment here and just take about 15 seconds to let me know how you're using Swivl. Okay, great. So let's see how everyone is using Swivl. Majority of you are just using our C1 robot, so you're just recording yourself. Which is fine. I'm sure you're interested in how you can bring in students to the picture. Some of you are recording student groups already. That is awesome. So you're probably going to be pretty familiar with dual camera already in theory. And then there are some of you who have never used Swivl before. So this is a great intro because it's a standard feature that we're offering for all of you first-time users as well. So let's get back into what is dual camera? So once again, this is a free feature for all Swivl subscribers that allows you to have two recording devices in your classroom. This will record you, and then it will also record students at the very same time. This will allow for more holistic views of your students, and you can capture small group interactions or entire sections of your classroom while the Swivl also records you. I have another poll. I want to know about how you know your students are engaged in class. So what is the sign that most likely indicates that students are engaged in your class? All right. So majority of you voted, and lots of you said that when you see students actively interacting with the material, you know that they're engaged. And then a lot of you also said when you can hear focused conversations around the material. So what if you got the opportunity to do both? That's what dual camera is all about. Let's continue and I'll show you how that happens. So why should you record with a dual camera? What need would you have for two cameras in the classroom? Number one, you become a proactive planner. So you can identify who gets it and who might need more time. This will help you inform your future lesson plans. And then finally, you could also develop better assessments based on your student questions and interactions. So if you're able to see your students at the same time as you're viewing yourself and your lesson, you're going to get a more holistic understanding of what your students are struggling with, and then you're going to be able to formulate better assessments based on what their needs are. So we want to increase equity in our classroom. One way we can do that is by seeing and hearing every single student. So if all students are seen and heard, we are able to provide them with an equal opportunity experience. Secondly, we can identify and understand potential barriers that our students might be facing if we're able to see them. We're not always able to see what they might be struggling with in class. It could be a language barrier. It could be they're having trouble accessing the material in the format that you're presenting it in. If you have a chance to review that student data afterward by being able to see and hear them, you can identify those barriers and eliminate them. And then finally, you're able to create a safe space for students. Think of it this way. If you're not physically walking around the room, if you're giving your students some space, you have that camera watching them instead, it allows them to have more organic conversations that they might not otherwise have if you were standing right next to them. So you get a chance to review later to make sure that you can actually hear what they discussed real time. So if you're a new user, you're probably wondering what you need to get set up here. So in this configuration, we've got our Swivl robot with an iPad. And all you'll need to start a session is the free Swivl app. Okay, for that second device, the one that's going to be in the classroom recording the students, you have a couple of options. You can either use an iOS or Android device and the free Swivl Plus app, or if you use Chromebooks in your classroom, you can just go to the plus.swivl.com website. This is a pretty typical setup. So we have our Swivl robot in the center. We've got our secondary device on the side of the room. This is where you'd want to capture some larger classroom interactions. So as that Swivl robot captures you and tracks you, that other device will remain stationary and just capture student video. Another setup that might be ideal if you want to capture a particular group, you can just set up that secondary device at a student table. So if there's a particular set of students who you just want to get more information on their interactions or want to know where they're struggling, you could set it up right at their table. So, how to get started. Step 1, initiate your dual camera session. So on your device, on the primary device, you'll open the regular Swivl app and go to the capture screen. You'll tap dual camera. It's going to be in the bottom right-hand corner. And then you'll get a join pin. This join pin is going to be supplied to the second device. So in this example, we've got an iPhone. It has the free Swivl Plus app running, and you would just enter the join pin that you created from the primary device. In this example, we see the same with a Chromebook. You take that pin, you supply it to a Chromebook instead at plus.swivl.com, and then that second device can join your session. Here's how we actually get started. Once everyone is joined, you'll see that these bubbles will populate with the participants in your session. You'll notice that there are actually more bubbles than just one because these are the same steps as multi-camera. We also have in this example an opportunity to add slides. So for your participants on the other end, if you were to add slides into your presentation, they could follow along. And then once you're ready to start, you can just hit your recording button on your primary marker, or you can tap the shutter button that's directly on your device. Once you're done, on your device, you are going to click End Session, and then you can either upload your project to Swivl Cloud automatically or by manual upload. Just a reminder, in your app settings, make sure you enable auto upload. That way, the minute that you're done recording, it starts uploading directly to Swivl Cloud. In Swivl Cloud, which is just at cloud.swivl.com, you'll log in, go to your library, and view your session. Now, the awesome part about these types of videos is that when you want to just listen in on those students, you can toggle between your audio and the secondary device's audio. So if you want to focus and you don't want to hear any background noise, you would just simply select it in the audio selector, and you can switch back and forth. Don't forget some of our other features on Swivl Cloud, like collaborating on your project. So once you share it with another faculty member or a mentor or an administrator, make sure you use those comment categories because they do provide some focus and structure for that conversation that you're having with your colleagues. So let's review. Swivl is the only technology that allows you to conduct dual and multi-camera classroom video observations, and dual camera is completely free for all Swivl users. Holistic, student-centered classroom video observations provide you with better data. And then with better data, teachers and coaches can achieve deeper insights. Deeper insights, of course, make teachers transformational in their practice. So we do have time for questions. I do want to point your attention toward the resources that are available at swivl.com/setup for basically any hardware and software questions. We have plenty of support articles that can walk you through everything. If you're interested in our various plans, you can visit swivl.com/cloud. If you just want to learn a little bit more about Swivl, please visit our website, swivl.com/swivl. And if you're ready to get in there and bring Swivl directly in your classroom, please contact sales directly and they'll be happy to work with you. Now, I'm going to answer some questions that may not have gotten answered yet or just maybe are great to share with the whole group. Okay, Chromebooks only or any laptop? Great question. So for that plus.swivl.com, you can access that website on any laptop. We recommend Chrome in general. It works best with Chrome, and we know a lot of classrooms already utilize Chromebooks, so that's why we suggested with a Chromebook. But plus.swivl.com, and you can join a session. Okay, so great question about when you watch the video online. Who are you hearing? Are you hearing both the teacher and the students? At first, yes, it's going to start playing the video with both audio tracks playing. But if you use the audio selector tool, you can eliminate one of those tracks. So if you eliminate the main track, you will just hear the secondary track and vice versa. So someone had a question about other classroom arrangements and what the possibilities are for dual camera. I would actually urge you to think about if you want to include more students and you're ready to take the plunge, maybe even try out multi-camera. So multi-camera is a Pro Plus feature. It's our higher subscription level, but you can try it out. We do have a day pass that you can purchase directly in the app. So if you need more camera feeds around the classroom, multi-camera is definitely the way to go. So just another question about how you could use multiple markers with dual camera. So you would set them up around the classroom. You could have a marker on this desk. You could have a marker here. If you have 4 additional markers, you can set them up. We have a question about confidentiality and privacy. So rest assured that anytime that you upload a video to Swivl Cloud, our Swivl Cloud is FERPA and COPPA compliant, and unless you share that video with someone, it will remain private to you. You don't have to worry about student data being released. Good question. Is there a space limit in the cloud for storage? No, completely unlimited for free or paid users, completely unlimited for everyone.